Hey, what's going on YouTube? We're going to go back for another World of Visions light clear. This one's going to be a lot less like over the top. So we're not going to have, an EX3 Neovisions Plus unit. We're not going to be using the high Celestite Bracer. We're not going to be doing lots of shenanigans like that. We are going to go ahead and do a turn 4 kill using a lot of the same units, but a couple different ones. And we'll take a look and see what we can do with this. I have been doing some tests with this and have been landing pretty safely and reliably between 25 and 28 billion. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I just want to make sure that we can get this going for us. And a big shout out and thank you to Horatio once again, working with us to try and get a clear in, helping people out with an optional clear that maybe is a little more straightforward. And so we're going to talk about the gear. We're going to talk about the units and why this works. And then we'll go ahead and show the actions. So a big thank you and shout out to Horatio on this one, who is just all about helping people. We're a good community of folks. And I'm really glad that Horatio is part of it. So let's go ahead and dive in here. We're going to go into Deus, of course. And here's the team that we're looking at. So we've got Prompto, we've got Richt, 2B, Mireille, Celeste, and Hyo. So as far as like differences between this clear and my last clear, we've got 4 out of 6 units that are different. So that's pretty good. I'm excited about it. We also do not have a tank in this team. So if you're struggling to do damage with a tank team, where you've got a tank, this clear does not have that. It's a little safer to do the damage, even though the damage is not as absurd as my last clear. This one is a little safer and easier to do. We still hit all the requirements. So let's take a look. We're gonna start with Prompto. In his base form, I've just got him geared with like some a little bit of spirit gear, a little bit of like MP restore gear and like MP boosting abilities, like to give him more MP. And then he's got Titus Garb for preemptive limit burst damage. He's got I Love Chocobos for status immunity, and then just like as much spirit and stuff that I could cram into him. He's wearing a Titus vision card. If you don't like this vision card, or if you happen to have another a spare copy of Ibarra's, however you want to get, this is kind of generically good for him. So there you go. And then his shift form. His shift form is just geared for damage against machines, LB damage, true double hand, true dual wield rather, LB damage, machine killer, all the things, right? There you go. There you go. And there you have it. So Prompto is going to do pretty normal stuff. Now, because we're going on turn 4, he is not going to have access to his elemental burst light, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. He's not our main damage dealer. Richt is here in the base form, not wearing anything except for I Love Chocobos. So if you are taking too much damage with Richt, go ahead and feel free to load him up with some more spirit, but he's going to be guarding on the only dangerous turn. So it's really okay. But if you do end up taking too much damage, feel free to put more gear on Richt or any of the other units that are taking too much damage. Okay, so he's got I Love Chocobos again for status immunity. And then in his shift form, he's geared for True Double Hand, Machine Killer, LB damage. There you go. However you can cram all that in there, there he is. Most people have max Esper stats with like Hateful Agent and things like that. Some units have like chain speed increases to make the chain build faster and get more damage. And then he's wearing Elena's vision card rather than his own. I did that because like maybe you don't have EX3, maybe you just need kind of a generically good vision card for him. This works well for him if you've got him. I do happen to have EX3 and another unit is wearing his vision card. So maybe that logic doesn't really fully flow, but like we're giving his vision card to the units that like really do the most damage. And so he doesn't need it here. He is going to be doing some damage and contributing, but he doesn't need it as bad as other units do. So he's not wearing it. Here's 2B. We'll look at her shift form first because that's where she spends most of the fight. She's got I Love Chocobos as well for the status immunity, but otherwise does not have anything that she's wearing. She's wearing Ibarra's vision card. That gives her the chain cap increase and is just generically good. Then the shift form, lo and behold, true double hand, machine killer, LB damage. And she's also got chain speed. So she's got chain speed from Promise from Childhood and Medine synergy to try and get as much chain speed going as we can. She is one of the units that is starting our chain, and since she's a tag chainer, she builds the chain naturally, and so she's really good for that. But she will be doing some pretty good damage for us. Chains of Fate Mireille in the base form, again, because she's not guarding on turn 1, I went ahead and loaded her up with some spirit as well to make sure that she doesn't take too much damage. MP, spirit, HP, whatever you can cram in here to give her more spirit is good. She's wearing Rick's Vision card because she does do some pretty good damage in this clear. There you go. And then in the shift form, of course, however you can get it on her, True Double Hand, Machine Killer, LB damage. I gave her as much as I could. She's got mine is EX2, so she's wearing a Magister's ring. There you go. And there you have it. Celeste, again, in the base form, because she's not guarding on turn 1, she's wearing a bunch of spirit stuff. Whatever you've got laying around to give her some more defense and spirit. Spirit's most important. She's wearing a ribbon for status immunity. Arden's hat is going to be like giving her like HP and MP regen. And then just a bunch of spirit stuff. Mine is EX2, so she does not have her EX ability. Otherwise, she would be wearing that here. She's wearing Veritas of the Frost Vision card. If you don't have that, you want to go ahead and put Rick's on her instead. And then give something else to Mireille, like Squall's Vision card or a Light Vision card that's like from a banner or something like that. Either way, Celeste wants your best Vision card. So in my case, the Rick Vision card and the Veritas of the Frost Vision card are the best ones, so we're going to go ahead and leave those on her. Shift form, what can I say? True Double Hand, Machine, LB damage. However you can get it. I've given her all of our good gear. She's got chain cap up from her own STMR, chain speed, and things like that. Chain speed's not as important on her because she's coming at the end of the chain. It does boost her attack and stuff like that, and LB damage and things like that. So, but chain speed's not as important for her. In fact, you could argue that it's not important at all. Maybe put Hateful Agent on instead if you've got it, or something that gives bonus stats, Kind Hearted Fluid, something like that. Again, if you've got her EX ability, equip it here. There you have it. Hyo, MP Restore, Discernment for status immunity. He's got Tyvus Spirit. But otherwise, if you're taking too much damage, give him more spirit stuff so that he doesn't take more damage. I have him wearing the Biting Frost, Burning Flame card. If you don't have that, but you do have EX3 Hyo, put on his Vision card. If you don't have that, put on whatever's good for fire. So like Flaring Ether, Rain's Vision card would be a good one. Lots of options, right? And then for the shift form, just load him up on Killers, Machine, LB, True Double Hand, good stat gear. Whatever you've got laying around. Chain speed because he's starting our chain. If you've got another source of Hateful Agent here, put that instead of Dream of the Faith. I just put Dream of the Faith because I don't have enough Hateful Agents to give everybody one. So I put this on instead. Just a little bit of bonus stats. And there you have it. So let's go ahead and get into the clear. And we will see what we can do with this. I'm going to get our gear out of the way, put the actions on screen. And we will go ahead and start this fight. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a turn chart in the comments as well. I just haven't typed it all up yet, so I'm not following it. I'm just doing this by memory. But we're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna be aiming for a turn 4 burst, so we'll do all of our setup on turn 3. But the first 2 turns, the first turn we're gonna take a little bit of damage. So to help us with that, Prompto is going to do Deteriorate, has put the brakes on the boss. There you go. Mireille is going to do Enlightka and Barlightja, and then use a double stack Mirage from Shadow Meld. That's going to make sure we don't take any physical damage. Celeste is just going to put up the Dazzling Neon Field. That doesn't go away the whole fight. And then Richt, 2B, and Hyo are just going to go ahead and guard. They are the ones who are not wearing any gear, so they're going to guard and not take damage. If you are taking too much damage, give them some gear. So we did take a little bit of damage there, not too much. We're going to be just fine. All right, turn 2. We're going to just hit reload just to kind of save some time. But that's that because Mireille is going to do her same 3 skills. There you go. Prompto is going to shift, Mine is EX1, so he does not get his limit burst automatically. So we're going to use Fill LB, Shining Piercer, and then Mechanical Trap. There you go. 2B is actually going to use her shifted limit burst here to put up weapon imperils and a mod boost. There you go. And then Richt and Hyo are going to guard, and so is Celeste. This turn is totally safe. No problems. All right, turn 3, we're going to do all of our setup. So Prompto's going to go back to the base form. He's going to put the brakes on the boss again, so we'll do Weakening Blast, Deteriorate, and then use his Mod Boost skill. We haven't even reached our Prime. There we go. Mireille is going to use Avatar of Light, Shadow Meld, Chain Connection Burst. Doesn't matter who she uses it on because we're going to get a bigger LB buff from Celeste, but that is to do her modifier boost for her limit burst. There we go. Richt is going to use Hope Entrusted. That's going to be his 150, right? His 150. I don't think we need anything else here. Yeah, just his 150 Hope Entrusted skill, because we don't get his good skills for Clash of Wills because this is not Clash of Wills, so we're going to just use Hope Entrusted. His 150. Celeste is going to use Surpassing Limits Plus, Coordinated Teamwork, and then Bright Future. That's going to give Hyo and Prompto their 100% amps as well as herself. Hyo is going to use Tyva's Spirit. There you have it. And then 2B is going to use Avoid, and then Supreme Weapon Support, and then True Charge Spear for the Machine Killer buff for the party. All right. Pretty safe turn here, taking no damage. And now we're ready to kill. So sadly, everybody has to Brave Shift here, so you're going to see a lot of Brave Shifting happen. Prompto is going to go to the Brave Shift form. There you go. Use his Shift Limit Burst. Richt, same thing. Shift form, use Shift Limit Burst. 2B shifting down, using the base Limit Burst. Hyo shifting, using the Shift Limit Burst. Come on, takes forever. Celeste, same thing. Brave Shift, Shift Limit Burst. And Mireille, Brave Shift, Shift Limit Burst. Our chain's going to look like this. 2B and Hyo are going to go first. Wait just a second. Send Prompto and Richt. Wait just a second. Send Mireille and Celeste. And we're looking at like an over 160 hit chain. And it's going to go pretty quick. So it's going to be like 2B Hyo, Prompto Richt, Mireille Celeste, something like that. So going to go like this. 2B Hyo, Prompto Richt, Mireille Celeste. 170 hits, that looked pretty good. And hopefully we're getting more than 25 billion damage. $27,1, I'll take it. Kind of right in the middle of where all my tests have been, so that's pretty good. And we'll see how our breakdown ended up. Triple S, so we did not take too much damage. We're in good shape there. So if you are taking too much damage, just gear some of those units who are not taking actions on the first turn. Just gear your party with more spirit gear in their base forms, or their non-damage dealing forms. Okay. So yeah, we got Prompto doing 1.4, Richt 3.7, 2B doing 3.9, and then again, Mireille, Celeste, and Hyo are our big three carries. Mireille and Hyo together did 10, and then Celeste and 2B did 10, and then Richt and Hyo kind of like short up the differences for another 4, plus a little extra from their, like, you know, the subdivisions of billions of damage. So that got us over, well over 24.5, and that's pretty safe. I feel like, you know, this is a very easily repeatable clear, without a bunch of really silly brokenness and busted units. So yeah, Celeste obviously doing really well, but not like really busted like, you know, Maria or Sterne or Faye or things like that. I saw some pictures of Faye doing like over 30 billion damage by himself, which is kind of nutty. So yeah, we're not doing that here. We're just doing, just some good old reliable chaining. And there you have it. So hopefully that will help you if you're still struggling with a light team. I will put a turn chart in the comments and in the description. That way you can take a look and hopefully get yourself that rank 1 before it closes. In the meantime, be good to each other, take care, and we will see you in the next one.